Yo, what is going on, Steeler Nation? We are back with episode 222 of the Steel Factory podcast. I'm joined by my co-hosts, Junior and Chewy.
What's up?
What's up?
And we are going to be talking a lot more NFL, or more specifically the AFC, in this episode. And then we'll get to how it relates with the Steelers. But, at this time, we've went through the whole playoffs. Some Steeler news here and there that we'll get into, some rumors. But Junior had an idea that after seeing the playoffs unfold, the whole AFC playoffs, obviously the Chiefs came out on top. They'll be in the Super Bowl. We want to talk about where we stack up and where we kind of just fit into the big picture, especially with some new offensive moves. Well, I guess OC news coming out today with the Chargers, the Patriots, and the Broncos getting Sean Payton. Sean Payton today. What is it? Tuesday the 31st. But yeah, let's get into it. Who wants to go? Just kind of throw out a team here and there and what we think about them going into next year.
I mean, the biggest news, I guess, or one of the bigger teams right now is the Bengals, right? They just came off the loss in the AFC Championship. And what I think a lot of people aren't really talking about is I'm pretty sure this is not that this is the end of the Bengals window and they're never going to get into a Super Bowl, but this is the end of a really nice window the Bengals had, right? This is Joe Burrow's third year of playing in the NFL, and now he's eligible to receive an extension, and the Bengals are most likely going to do it. And he's going to get paid a lot of fucking money, over $50 million a year. But what that means is you don't really have the flexibility in the cap anymore to, be doing other things, right? It makes things a lot harder, and you have to play the roster building game a lot more tightly, and it's a tightrope to walk, basically, right? Because missing on picks hurts a lot more now than before, because before oh fuck, we missed on a second round lineman, okay, we can just pay somebody to kind of fix the problem. But now if you miss on him, now the line's just garbage. You don't have that flexibility. You don't have that room for error, right? So the Bengals, they have to pay Burrow. They're losing Jermaine Pratt. They're probably their best linebacker and a big part of their defense to free agency. They literally are not going to have the cap space to pay him. They already told him yeah, this is your last year with us, basically. They're probably going to lose Pirine, their second running back behind Mixon, even though he got more snaps than Mixon.
Oh, he tore us up in that second game at home. Fucking Pirine.
Yeah, so
yeah, he's good.
He's good. He's really good. And cool, fun little story. He went to my girlfriend's high school, and she said he looked like a fucking man.
Man amongst boys. In the tone? That's crazy.
No, in Austin.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah, she said it was that's a fucking grown ass man, dude.
Wait, how tall is he? He's a running back, right?
He's not that tall.
That's fucking crazy then to still stand out like that.
Huge, dude.
Oh yeah, you're true. He's fucking built.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then another thing, right? Let's
5'11"?
say,
He's 5'11".
Oh shit, 5'11". I bet he was fucking built like a fucking tank though.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. And then another thing. Okay, so the Bengals have 7 defensive starters that are gonna be free agents over the next 2 years, and that's a lot of those guys are the better half of their defense, right? They're gonna be needing to really hit on all of their draft picks, and I'm not saying that the Bengals they're done, but the game gets a lot fucking harder right now.
And also, are they going to be able to hit when they're drafting 28, 29, 27?
Yeah,
the
I
past
think that's
2
bigger.
years?
Maybe that's a bigger problem, I think.
Right, and they're gonna run into a similar problem as the Chiefs, right? The Chiefs literally had to let fucking Tyreek Hill, a top 3 receiver in the game, just walk. They couldn't do anything. They couldn't pay him.
They got really good compensation for him, right? Wasn't there at least a first in there?
Yeah.
So I mean that's the bare minimum you could, not the bare minimum, but that's a really good starting point if you're giving up really good players, first rounder. That's ideal. And yeah, they're back in the fucking Super Bowl. Credit to Mahomes, obviously. That's the main reason they're back in it. They have the best quarterback in the league.
And that's exactly it, dude. The Chiefs can get away with not paying their guys or
receivers,
having
even
that sort of flexibility just because Yeah, dude, they have a bunch of no names at receiver.
Fucking, they have Juju and like Sky Moore. Fucking.
The Chiefs have been drafting well for like more than a decade though, because it's not like they sucked before
No,
Mahomes got
and
there.
they still have Kelsey too, and he's getting up there in age, I think, but he's probably still has a good couple more years left. I don't know. I don't know how their offensive line. I mean, Creed Humphrey. People bring up that we should have drafted him over Fryermuth or Fryermuth. Uh, I'm sure he's a good center too. I don't know where else they have on that old line, but I'm sure they're put together really well. I mean, their pass rush is obviously what won them the game, I'd say, against the Bengals. Who's the dude? Was it 94, 95?
Chris Jones.
Yeah, he won them that game. That's obviously MVP right there, I'd say.
He's a defensive player of the year candidate. I think Bosa's gonna win it on the Niners though, probably.
Yeah, probably.
But anyway, yeah, the Bengals are gonna start playing the game on hard mode right now, as far as like building their team, because just the cap space gets really tough. And then obviously, like, I mean, the next team.
Let's stay in the AFC North right now. Let's stay in the AFC North right now. Let's go to Baltimore. I don't think we got to get to Cleveland. They're bottom.
Yeah,
Baltimore.
Still,
what's the deal with Lamar? What do you guys think happens? That's the main question here, right? I mean, they're obviously they'll hire a random guy for OC. I don't know about random, but they'll hire a guy for OC. But Lamar is obviously what's gonna make the train go. And is he worth Deshaun money? I mean, Deshaun's not even worth Deshaun money. But is Lamar gonna get anywhere close to that? I'm assuming he thinks he does.
Someone will pay him. If he hits the market, you don't think the Dolphins would pay him or the Jets?
I can see the Jets doing it. I don't know what the deal is with franchising, because everyone's just saying the Ravens might do that. He was playing on a 5th-year option this year, I think, right?
Yeah, his rookie 5th-year option.
Fuck. I don't know how much the franchise is. What's the difference there? But
it's like $30 million.
Yeah, I don't know.
The franchise tag.
It's $30 million a year for quarterbacks. I thought it was a lot higher.
Dude, Lamar's representing him himself, dude. In free agency, right? Lamar doesn't have an agent.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what an agent does, but it seems like it's important. I don't know how far Lamar is gonna get with his negotiations on his own.
I don't think it's as important for quarterbacks as it seems. Like, why couldn't you just say, I want Josh Allen's contract with like 10% or like 2% more a year? The
guarantee is obviously what's gonna lie in there, because I mean, he hasn't even finished the last 2 seasons, right?
Yeah.
And that's been the real holdup for the Ravens, dude. Like, the thing is, the Ravens are not gonna let Lamar just walk.
And
like,
you think about it too. They were like that 98-yard fumble return away from beating the Bengals in the wild card with Tyler Huntley. So that doesn't really help Lamar's case, I'd say.
And he's a Pro Bowler too.
Oh yeah, you gotta throw that in there too. Tyler Huntley's a Pro Bowler. What if that was a fucking what if that was in one of the incentives? You make the Pro Bowl, you get another $2 million. Fucking stupid.
Cap.
But yeah, I mean, would I like the Ravens to pick Lamar? Absolutely. I also would not mind if Tyler Huntley's their starter either. As a Steeler fan, we'll see what happens though. That's it's making the offseason really interesting, I'd say.
I mean, next week you probably talk about just dude, the fucking Sean Payton of the Broncos. What do they trade, like 2 firsts?
I saw a TikTok. So with Russell Wilson and Sean Payton combined, the Broncos have given up 3 firsts and 3 second-round picks. On top of, who is it, Noah Fant?
Oh yeah,
the tight end that went to the Seahawks too, and I think there was another piece in that trade, maybe a guy on defense. I don't know. Sorry.
The backup tight end or something, or the starting tight end went to the Seahawks.
Right.
Yeah, no offense.
And then Geno Smith just had a far better year than Russell Wilson last year too. So, or this year. So I mean, the Seahawks are laughing right now because the Broncos ended up with like the 5th overall pick, and the Seahawks just get that. So it's hilarious. I personally don't think Sean Payton is gonna make a move. Yeah, I think they'll be better, but I think 75% of it is Russell Wilson falling off. Is that a hot take?
Yeah. Look at how much coaching matters with the 49ers. Like, Sean Payton's a great coach, and I think he'll fix up Russell Wilson. I don't know if they'll win a Super Bowl or anything like that, but I think he'll do a good
Also,
job.
Russell Wilson's getting to his mid-30s, I'd say, right?
I
Yeah.
think so.
So, and he was good because he was pretty athletic, good mobility. Obviously, he was able to extend plays. I don't know. Maybe that's catching up to him. I heard too that he put on a lot of mass this offseason. He just wanted to bulk up, and then maybe that slowed him down as well. Who knows? But I don't see the Broncos turning it around this year, especially if they don't have top draft picks too, and they would have been picking what, top 5?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's tough because I remember seeing a couple of threads of people talking about how after Hackett was fired, like the last couple of weeks, Russell Wilson kind of started looking a little bit better. So maybe that, I mean, obviously, like Hackett designed the offense and the Broncos hired him primarily to get like Aaron Rodgers from the Packers.
That didn't work out.
Whenever that was a big deal of like him getting traded or whatever. And now the Jets hired Hackett. So, Aaron Rodgers to the Jets is becoming very real.
I think it's
but
really real.
I think it's
Yeah,
very.
should we go to the
I
Jets
called
now?
this shit.
Should we
You
go to the
remember this
Jets?
shit?
Rodgers with Salah and Hackett.
That's a good fucking team.
I like that team.
They're really good in the first half when they had Brees Hall, right? And then they have Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, their backup running back too, Michael Carter. I think that's a really good team.
They probably have the defensive rookie of the year too, and Sauce Gardner, I'd say.
He was an first team All Pro as a rookie.
Is that rookie of the year?
Yeah.
Is there a defensive rookie of the year?
It's offense and defense, I think.
Yeah, so yeah, he's defense for sure. Yeah, he's a great corner. I think you'd only have to give up 1 first-round pick for Rodgers right now too, because of his cap.
Yeah, it's like 40 fucking million.
Yeah, and
Maybe
they got
even
a
less.
bunch of guys on rookie deals right now too. So
Yeah, I think that's the time to just go for it. You have a good
This
defense.
is definitely it right now. Like this is the window. Like you just need like the Jets literally are QB away from like being legit contenders. Like they were
Yeah.
dragging when the offense was based completely around Brees Hall. They were a winning team. Literally, they were like what, like 7-2 or something at some point, right?
I want to say yeah, and that's when it didn't even look like we could make the playoffs because there were so many teams, like 5 games ahead of us, and then they all lost consecutively. So I mean, that one game where Zach Wilson just refused to take any what's it called, criticism, I guess you could say,
or blame. I think it was
blame, yeah.
Yeah.
After, was it the New England game? Was that like the first game Brees Hall was injured and they just couldn't move the ball at all?
No, I think it was a little bit after that, but it was like they asked him like, "Do you feel like you deserve any sort of blame for not being able to help out the defense?" And he's like, "Nah."
He had like 50% completion and only had like 70 yards, right?
They held like the other team to like 9 points and they still couldn't win.
No,
and
they
it was
won
like,
on a last second like punt return, wasn't that? I think that's what happened, and it was like 10-3 or like 7-0 or some shit.
I don't remember. I thought they ended up losing that game.
They did lose.
But
The
no,
Jets did
Zach
lose.
Wilson just like completely lost the locker room.
I hope
he's done.
I hope Rodgers goes to the Jets. I think that'd be a cool storyline.
Yeah, I'm open to that. I think in that division we play the Patriots next year, right? And they brought back Bill O'Brien. Is he gonna fix Mac Jones?
Maybe. I heard he ran like a similar style of offense that Mac Jones was used to in college.
Wait, hold on. Does the timeline check out Bill O'Brien back on Bama when Mac Jones was in Bama?
No, I think Sarkisian was the OC when they won, and then O'Brien came in the next year.
Oh, okay.
The first year Bryce Young, so it was 1 year apart.
So Mac Jones obviously had a pretty decent rookie year. I mean, considering that he was a rookie under Josh Daniels, right? Who's he now? The Raiders coach?
Yeah.
And then Belichick decided not to have an OC last year and just had Patricia call the plays. And obviously Mac Jones did not look good. And they even had a Bailey Zappi playing at one point. I think Bill O'Brien, I mean, he has something to work with there. Who knows what type of weapons the Patriots have. I mean, you never really know. Except for when they had Gronk and like Edelman.
I like this move. I think it's a smart.
Yeah, definitely.
Smart.
I mean,
They're
sticking to what works. You know what I mean? And Bill
He's
O'Brien.
worked with. He was on the
Belichick.
staff right with Brady.
Yeah, Belichick.
And he
O'Brien.
came
Yeah,
from
wasn't he
Alabama.
Brady's QB coach?
I think he might have been the OC.
He wanted to be
Or
QB
maybe
coach, then OC, and then he went to the Texans, blew that team up, and then went back to college. Now he's back at the Patriots, right?
he went to Penn State or State Penn after the Patriots.
Um, who else? I guess the Dolphins, right? They're another playoff contender, or they were in the playoffs. They held the Bills pretty close. Now we'll get to the Bills in a bit. Any news with the Dolphins?
You
No.
think Tua plays again? He's still
I
in
think he
concussion
plays
protocol.
again. But I just think it's really interesting that he's in protocol.
I remember seeing that that they were gonna stick to Tua, that there was gonna be no shenanigans.
No shenanigans.
Like, even though there's a lot of
I mean,
quarterbacks
What are they
available,
gonna say
dude.
though? They're not gonna say anything.
What if
maybe.
Miami
Yeah,
ends up
dude.
with Brady though, or is Brady going to San Francisco?
Nah, Brady's going to the Niners.
I think that's a good.
Does Brady
Good
know what
pick,
Brady's
like-
gonna do?
Where does Brady go?
He's going to the Niners, bud.
I think the NFC would be a smarter move.
The AFC
That's why.
fucking
That's why I
stacked.
don't see Rodgers coming to the AFC, too.
But the Packers aren't gonna trade him to the NFC, dude.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
who wants Rodgers in the NFC? That's the thing.
Who's QB needy?
The Niners. Isn't
I don't think
isn't
they
isn't
want him.
Rodgers from the Bay too, or at least Northern California?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, dude, Brady would walk on for like 10 mil, vet min or some shit. Like that's what makes it going to the Niners like so possible.
Fuck.
And then the Niners don't have their first round pick this year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still paying the dues for that Trey Lance trade.
Yeah, I think Brady to the NFC makes the most sense, and I guess the 49ers would have to be the top of that list.
Yeah, I mean back to the AFC. So Dolphins stick with Tua. I think they're staying put. And then we had the Bills. Interesting collapse on their part. Do you put that game on Josh Allen where they
Yes.
only put up 10 points against the Bengals? Did the Bengals defense step up? Did the snow play a factor?
Well, the snow played a factor because, like, dude, pass rushing in snow is fucking terrible. Like, it's literally not doable. And even like you saw it like this last week, dude. The fucking Chiefs line manhandled the Bengals O line, right? And like the Bills should have been. I don't know if they're as good as the Chiefs line, but they should have been. They should have at least had one sack, right? But the thing about the Bills is like their defense was very, very stagnant all game. And then as soon as like Burrow figures out your defense,
Oh, it's a wrap. Yeah.
it's a wrap. Yeah, like he's good enough to capitalize on like that's his whole deal. Like he reads the defense and he knows where he's gonna go with the ball pre-snap. And if you can't confuse him after the snap, you're fucked. And, like,
And he has receivers that could go and get it too. That really helps.
Yeah. And then the Bills defense or the Bengals defense is really fucking good too. Like Lou Anarumo is their defensive coordinator. Like he's a beast.
Isn't
like,
he interviewing
his-
places right now too? He's gonna go somewhere, right?
I'm not sure, but he has like a
Sure.
crazy good track record against like top quarterbacks, like
Yeah.
against Allen, Mahomes,
Kenny.
Lamar. Like, Kenny.
You don't.
That I sneaking
You
that
never
one
see
in
the
there?
Bengals. I don't think you ever see the Bengals get like out coached really.
That's
Like,
that's what
they're in every game.
Yeah, that's interesting
I
about
don't
them.
think they've been blown out in the last 2 years, have they?
No, they've been in every game.
They've lost to
but,
the
like,
Browns a couple times, which is interesting. They've like split with the
I think
Browns every
they
year,
did get blown out earlier in the year, right, against the Browns.
something like that.
Yeah, but
I-
the
I
last
think-
year and a half.
I think
they're-
when we played them this year, we probably like outdogged them in the first game, and that's how we beat them.
Yeah, we do the whole fucking kitchen sink, huh?
yeah, we threw everything we had at them.
Yeah, and then fucking
It cost us like the
us
next
TJ
6
Jays.
games.
that fucking game cost us TJ for the next 7 games. We went 1-6 in that span. Fucking oh my god. I do like to go back to the first half of that second game though, because I really did think we saw what Kenny could be in a good system, good play calling, or at least decent. I wouldn't say good. But I like the way he stacked up against the Bengals maybe next year. We're
But
talking
anyway,
about the Bills though? Fuck.
Yeah. But anyway, the Bills.
Oh, they played the Bengals.
Yeah, the Bills defense
the Bills
was like garbage.
I don't think the Bills were the same when Von Miller got injured too, right? I mean, you could throw Damar Hamlin in there, but I think Von Miller was a key loss, right? I mean, he played a pretty good factor when we played them too. Not that we even did anything offensively, but he pretty
Yeah.
much shut anything down too.
And Damar Hamlin was the backup safety. Their starting safety was a lot better too.
Is it Poyer? Micah Hyde? Hyde.
Micah Hyde.
Hyde.
Yeah, Hyde is
Yeah.
good. So,
And
yeah,
then
they were
the thing
contending.
about the Bills too is like Allen completely like abandoned the offense. Like he went. The reason the Bills were so good in the first half of the season is because I don't know if it was an elbow injury but like before that,
That's another thing too.
he was playing like he was going for the dink and dunk offense. Like he was taking everything the defense would give them and then like taking the big plays whenever they were like available. But then after the injury, like he would go just complete hero ball all game.
Was the
like, it would
elbow
work.
before or after they played us?
That was after.
Okay, good.
Yeah, no, yeah, we played them when the Bills looked like legit Super Bowl
Right,
favorites.
right. It was like 38-3.
Yeah. So the Bills,
Yeah.
the Bills' offense just like fell off for whatever reason, and it's mainly Allen's fault for not like playing within the offense and trying to make the big play every play.
Those picks were pretty bad too, right? That he threw in the playoff game.
I don't remember.
I don't know. I think honestly the biggest problem is they lost a great offensive coordinator in Brian Dable.
Could be.
The farther they got away from him being on the team, the worse they got.
No, but that's not the thing though. Like even if like looking at
if Allen is a specimen, they say he is. I don't think OC really matters, right? Especially once he gets to his 5th, 6th year now.
But he's had the same OC his whole career. Maybe
yeah. I mean,
a lot of that might have been Dable. I mean, look at Daniel Jones.
No. It's definitely more of like just Allen not playing within the offense. Like statistically, all the same passes and all the same routes are there that have been there in the last few years. It's just him not making those throws anymore.
Maybe, I don't know.
It's literally like him just going hero ball and playing fucking like he's just like a gunslinger.
You know what's funny too is they wanted to throw the Big Ben comparison out there, huh? When Ben played a hero ball, that's when he was at his best, but that's when Allen's at his worst, huh? How about that? Never throw that comparison at me again, motherfuckers.
But do you need someone like Brian Dable to keep reminding you to play within the offense?
Yeah, you got to play within the. I mean, if the offense works, you got to play within it for the first 3 quarters at least. Maybe that'll keep you in it.
Dude, if it's obvious to like every analyst, like, dude, Josh Allen is not playing within the fucking offense. Like the coaching staff needs to say something, and if the coaching staff doesn't feel like they can say anything to Josh Allen, like that's a fucking problem.
They're staying put with their OC, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think the only notable team in the AFC South would be the Jags, right? Everyone else is full rebuild right now. I don't think the Colts have made a decision at head coach either.
Not yet.
Texans are going with D'Amico Ryans for their head coach.
That's a great hire.
That's a really good hire. I'm happy for them.
He played for them, right?
Yeah, that's a really good story. We'll see what they do with their quarterback situation, but yeah, well, let's just go with the Jags. Obviously, Trevor Lawrence, good second year. I could credit that a lot to Doug Peterson as well. They're getting who's the dude that gambled? Then that they're getting next year, right?
Calvin Ridley coming back strong this year.
I bet on him. No, I heard they're not gonna reinstate him just yet, though, right? Or is that just bullshit? That'd be funny, huh?
I think they are.
I'm betting that they reinstate him.
Me too. I got
the Jags are gonna be a nice fucking team.
They'll be better even next year. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm open to a playoff game with them, even though we'd probably be on the road, right? If we were to play them, but
yeah,
that's the team. That's the team that needs to go and pay in free agency while they have Lawrence under contract.
How much is Ridley gonna be on a rookie deal, or what was that?
Nah, I think he's already past his rookie deal. But I mean, if you're gonna stack up, now's the time to do it.
Yeah, now's the time to get a good pass rusher or something like that, right?
Everything.
Yeah.
Whatever your just do whatever.
Any
you
holes? Need. ETN's good. Fuck. But yeah, that was probably the best fucking playoff game we saw this whole fucking series. This whole run, that Chargers Jags one, that was a crazy comeback. I guess now maybe we can talk about us and where do we lie within all of this. I mean, well, obviously we're gonna be bringing out the teams that we do play next year. Let's start off with that. I mean, where do you see us within the AFC North next year?
I mean, it depends on Lamar, really. Like,
yeah, the Lamar being there's a difference between like 2 to 3 wins and 4 to 5, right?
Yeah, like,
although we've played Lamar good every time, and imagine them when they have fucking $45 million of the cap hit going to him. So
the thing is, like, Lamar is that good though. Lamar is that good. Like, he's worth it. Like it's obvious this year, like how dog shit their offense is without him. Like imagine Lamar in that playoff game against the Bengals. That's in the bag, dude. The fucking
It could
Ravens.
have been. It could have been.
The Ravens play the Bengals perfect. Like their defense plays the Bengals perfect. It's their offense.
No,
that just,
their
like,
defense was, I want to say, top 5 this year, right? I'll never forget that stat before Kenny led them down in the game-winning drive that they didn't give up a touchdown at home in like 16 quarters. Was it 15 quarters? Something like that. So that's almost like
touchdown at home?
almost 4 fucking games not giving up a touchdown at home. Half the year even. Half your fucking home games. We'll see though. I really do I like where we stand? No. Am I optimistic? Yes. I do think, I mean, ideally the route is you split with the Ravens and Bengals and you sweep the Browns, right? And then the rest of our schedule is pretty straightforward besides like 3 West Coast games, right? And the Niners at home.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get plowed by the Brady Niners, to be honest.
The Brady Niners, fuck. Would you welcome Brady back? A nice.
I don't think we'll get plowed by them.
I could see that being a good game, depending on what we do this offseason more than them.
How do the 49ers look like? Are they gonna keep all their players?
They're not paying the quarterback. They don't have a quarterback to pay.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know who's they're losing.
They have.
CMC has to get paid though, right?
He's already gotten paid. I don't know if he's a free agent, is he?
I have no idea.
Fuck.
But they could pay him.
I'm sure they could, yeah. I do think that they roll with Purdy next year. I'm assuming he's ready for training camp. But against the AFC though, we have the Raiders next year. We have the Colts and we kind of skipped over the AFC South, but that's the division we play next year. So we had the Colts, Texans, Jags, and Titans, and the Patriots in our AFC. I mean, I really think we should run the table against the AFC outside of our division. That Jags game will be a good one. I think that's at home though. But where do you guys see our AFC record? Because that's honestly what fucked us this year. We fucking lost every game to the AFC East. Our division record was 3-3, right? I mean, I don't even think I've ever seen that before. Us going 3-3 against our own division.
What do we usually go?
Like 4-2 at least. I'm pretty sure we probably swept the division more than anyone else in our fucking division.
Yeah, I mean we've only consistently good ones.
Yeah, I don't remember one. I guess. Yeah, man, for sure.
Hey, going 500 in the division never happens with us, is what I'm trying to say here.
Yeah, that's a bad year.
That's a bad year for us, right?
That's it.
So, I like what we touched base with every AFC team. That was a good one. That was a good one. We're at 30 minutes now. Let's get into the hot topics now. The rumors. Tell me the rumors right now, Junior.
What the fuck are the rumors? Oh, the Jalen Ramsey rumors. Of course.
No, that came out like a week ago.
Extension.
What you want to talk about? The Tomlin extension or the Jalen Ramsey rumors right now?
I think we should finish strong with Jalen Ramsey. So let's go ahead and talk Tomlin.
All right. Well, Art Rooney, through the bullshit he spits out in his end of the year press conference, basically said, I don't like to speculate on coaches' extensions, but it's pretty well known at this point that they are expected to extend Tomlin this offseason with only 2 years left on his deal currently. So he'd be the coach through the 2024 season as of right now. But they're expected to extend him through, I guess, the tradition. We never really let coaches coach with only 2 years left under contract, which honestly I think probably worked in the past. I don't think it's going to work now. I don't think Tomlin did enough this year to warrant that extension. This year, I think he should have done more if he's gonna get extended. And part of me wants to see Tomlin with the seat a little warmer. You know what I mean? What do you think? Is it a good idea to extend Tomlin now, or do you want to see him with the seat maybe a tad warmer?
It depends how much you're extending him by. Is it a 1 year extension, a 2 year extension?
That's true.
a 4-year extension.
I think the last time we extended him, they made sure he still had 3 years left on his deal. Right?
Yeah, I think if you're just adding 1 more year, that's fine.
And I think part of it
Wow.
is too, they want to pay him now before other coaches get paid. You know what I mean? I don't know what the market would look like, but I know Sean Payton is probably going to get paid with the Broncos. They have similar I guess achievements, accolades. You know, they've won 1 Super Bowl. Similar playoff success. I don't know. I really want to see Tomlin though coach his ass off and earn the extension. I don't think Tomlin's really thinking about it. I mean, he probably won't say he will. But I mean, just think about where we looked when we were 2-6, 3-7. Yeah, you could throw in we played shit teams. I mean, you play who's on your schedule. But obviously Tomlin fucking got his guys to not fucking quit on them, to quit on him, quit on the team, and they fucking pulled through and we finished 9-8. They kept the bullshit winning schedule or winning record thing going on still.
I mean, I think Tomlin's fine. I wouldn't mind us seeing us extend him another 3 years, right? Like, cause that's really like what, that would be 3 years added to 2. That would be like 5 total years.
So
that's
through
really
the 2026 year, 2027.
That's really the duration of Kenny's contract, and then you can go ahead and say like okay, if Kenny busts, do you really want to stick with Tomlin because this was his guy, or do you want to like clean house, or who knows, right? Like, but the thing is, we're using a lot of the context of how teams move on from their coaches, right? Like if they don't really like get the rookie quarterback right, like then they're gone. But I don't think the Steelers really operate that way, and that's just how they are,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a 2-year extension would be fine.
Yeah, they'll play it out through Kenny's and then they'll go through there. They'll go from there. But speaking of the trade stuff going on with the Broncos and the Saints for Sean Payton, I think they gave up a first and a second for Sean Payton. If this were to happen, how much do you think Tomlin's worth? What's the minimum you'd expect back for a Tomlin trade?
Minimum of first.
Minimum first?
Yeah,
Do you think it starts there? The negotiations start there?
that's where it starts for me. Yeah.
I want 2 first, dude.
Is that max or is that min?
We're at 1 first and you're working your way to two first at the end of it, huh?
I think, yeah, you probably go to like a mid-round pick, and then hopefully it depends how desperate a team is or how good a team is and how close they are to winning.
I just don't see teams trading for coaches. That's just whack, dude.
Isn't
I don't
that
like
the
it.
John Gruden thing?
Well, they won the Super Bowl.
Also, like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, unless it is a situation where,
You
where,
got
like,
you got Brian Flores literally doing a job he does not want to do because that's the only thing he can get right now. And he's ready to get promoted too.
can we promote Brian Flores to executive linebackers coach? or some
Super
shit?
executive assistant linebackers coach. I don't know. He was like what, the linebackers coach and the senior defensive assistant or some bullshit.
MCS.
MCS. If you don't know what MCS is, it's the main cocksucker.
The defense.
I really don't know. Yeah, I think for a coach like Mike Tomlin, I think it should be 2 firsts. I don't think it ever would happen, but yeah, I mean a first and a second maybe. But yeah, speaking of trades, what are you willing to give up for Jalen Ramsey? Do you think it's worth it? We could bring up the cap numbers in a second. Are you for it? Do you think there's better talent in the draft? Do you think there's more available talent, even in the later rounds?
I don't think there's better talent. There's really never better talent than Ramsey.
Ramsey is top 2, not 2 corners in the league right now, right?
is up there.
Does
Well, Sauce
Junior
is
does
ninth.
Junior want to hear his cap numbers before he makes his decision?
Let's hear him. Yeah.
All right, so I believe it was 5 years, $100 million. I think that was 2 years ago now though. In 2023 he'll be turning 29 with a base salary of 17 million, and I think the signing bonus is usually paid for by the Rams already, right? Well, the signing bonus is 5 million. And then it'll be 14 million next year in 2024, 15.5 million in 2025. What do you
Not bad.
think? What do you think? What do you think? Because I'm seeing numbers. Cam Sutton might be like 11 million right now.
I mean, dude, I would take Jalen Ramsey's a fucking beast, obviously, right?
Right.
Like, I don't know. I honestly have no idea, like, how much we'd have to give up. Let me put it to you like this. So, if we have to give up a first,
The 32nd. Are you giving it the 32nd?
I'd give it the 32nd.
The
Yeah.
Bears trade pick? You'd give that up?
Yeah. I don't think that would do it, though.
You don't think that
I
would
think
do
it
it?
would.
I think,
Huh?
honestly, I think the 49th that we hold this year and maybe like the third rounder next year might do it.
Yeah, I don't think the Rams are.
I think the Rams
Rams are-
want to get that off their plate, that cap hit.
They don't have any picks either.
And
the
they don't, yeah,
Rams.
they don't have any picks.
Really, I was thinking it would cost more. I was getting ready to like. It's tough because I honestly have no idea like what anyone's like really worth, right?
And
Like I was
I-
getting ready to say like the 32nd and like a fourth rounder this year.
I think they're in really, really a big rebuild mode this year now. I don't think Stafford will be the same. McVay let his staff interview elsewhere, but he came back.
He always lets them do that though.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
You can't just not let them.
Matt LaFleur left and then he went to the Titans for the same position.
Shit.
But what do you think? Let's say this though. I mean, obviously, if we do draft the guy, the cap hit is gonna be a lot more ideal. And you got guys like Joey Porter Jr., Kelly Ringo, Chewy's high on him. I don't know where they land. Cam Smith, I've seen us take him a lot on a lot of these mocks too. The guy from South Carolina. Those are the top three, I'd say. What do you guys think?
Here's the thing, like even if they manage to for whatever reason like hit on all of their potential, they're still not as good as Ramsey.
That could be.
Like-
could be.
Their ceiling, like
Yeah, I think if you're the 32nd pick, would you rather take one of those corners or trade it for Ramsey?
I think the only gripe I have right now is I don't see us having like if Kenny does turn out to like be the guy and like and we do end up having this Super Bowl sort of window with him in the future, you know, ideally we start to see it by his like third or fourth year. That's right around the end of Ramsey's contract, and he's gonna be hitting 32, and we know it. Like in the past, dude, corners fall off a cliff.
Look at Joe Hayden last year.
They go from elite to like terrible pretty fast.
I think the smart thing is you get a corner and with one of your second round picks, and you do bring back Cam Sutton because I think he's only going to be like 26, 27 at the start of next year. And I think you do pay him around like the ballpark of 10 to 12 million for at least the next couple years. Even though I do already think we're paying a lot to our defense. But I mean, we have a QB on a rookie deal. Now's the time to do it. You know what I mean?
You know what else though? I think I have my reservations about like going out and drafting a corner just because
We've
of
missed.
Artie Burns.
We've missed
We've
a
missed
lot. Yeah.
Sutton's been our best corner.
Yeah, but like, I mean, our secondary coaching has actually gotten really fucking good. Like we had like really we had a lot of interceptions this year.
And that's just
Right.
putting guys into place. I mean, I think Akello. I don't know what his deal was this year. I think he was injured most of it. Well, he missed
But
most
here's
of the
thing,
games.
We made like mediocre guys look good. So I don't know. Like part of me was like, okay, maybe we're actually getting better at developing corners. And
This
it's
started
prob-
with we brought in the current
Gerald Austin.
DC. He was a secondaries coach for a minute beforehand.
Yeah. So I'm saying like maybe like it'd be cool to see like what they do with like some actual talent, like they draft.
And yeah, it's stuff like that. Missing on like a guy like Artie Burns and then Sean Davis in the second round is why we're suffering right now, because we missed on those picks. Granted, now we do have the cap space to make up for it. Now that Ben's contract is off the books, I don't think he won't have a cap hit anymore now, right? I think there was a little bit last year or this past season, but I think now you maybe want to spend money. And then our best corners were ones that we got in free agency, and Joe Hayden and Steven Nelson. Those 2 years when they were together were the fucking best. Our secondaries look probably, I'd say.
I would do the trade for Ramsey.
I mean, I would try it. Like, if we're involved in it, I would try it. I think, dude, Khan is also, like, if he could flip fucking Chase Claypool into Ramsey, that'd be pretty fucking sick.
I would love to hear.
Yeah, when you put it like that.
when you know, they put in interviews, they put you in those situations. They're like, "Sell me this pen." I want to hear Khan when he does that. I don't know what he does, because look what he fucking got out of Claypool, man.
Yeah, like, I mean, if you look at it as like turning Chase Claypool into Ramsey, like that looks really fucking good. I'm very willing to.
That's an insane fucking trade.
Right, like that would be like a masterclass by Khan, even if it does take like a fourth or something.
And added like
right?
fifth, fourth, yeah.
Yeah, like a three.
We don't have a fifth this year,
pick.
but yeah, a fourth probably.
Yeah,
All right, fourth or fifth next year.
I'm always in favor of trading first round picks or high picks for great defensive backs.
Like, dude, Ramsey's legitimate.
Should we call the Minka one? Yeah, I mean, imagine Minka, Jalen Ramsey. Fuck, I don't know. I think Cam Sutton's gone, right?
Dude,
Levi Wallace would be good enough at your number 2, and then you have Edmonds.
Do we really fucking let go of Sutton?
I mean, if we're paying Ramsey around the ballpark at 15 million, I don't know if we have another 12 to pay fucking Sutton. If it's true that he's gonna be around 10 to 12 mil.
Yeah, if it's a question between like keeping
I've seen those numbers.
Keeping Sutton or flipping Chase Claypool for Ramsey and losing Sutton, it's like, I mean, I still probably do that. Like, that's pretty good.
Really, I'd keep Sutton and pay him his money.
Yeah. I mean, like, obviously, dude, imagine a fucking like Sutton in the slot and fucking Ramsey on their number 1. Like, you feel really fucking good, especially when you have to play the Bengals twice a year.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, because I want a corner that's gonna match up with Jamar Chase.
That's Ramsey. You get that out of Ramsey's next couple of years, and maybe that's honestly what's gonna help our window while Kenny is still developing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think when he's on a rookie contract, now's the time to go and do something like that.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, that's gonna do it for our topics, right? That was good talking shop with the fellas, with the boys. Anything else to add while we're at it, guys?
Should we do our Super Bowl picks?
All right,
quickly?
Let's get into it. We forgot about that. What did you have? What did you have for me? What is Vegas saying, Chewy?
So the over/under is 49.5, and the Eagles are favored by 1.5.
Damn. Well, I'll go first because I had the Eagles. I think, I mean, I didn't say it out loud, but I kind of had in mind. I think the Eagles would be the team. I'm gonna go Eagles, and I'm gonna go under 27-20 Eagles over the Chiefs.
That sounds pretty good. I think, I I'm a big Mahomes fanboy. I think he's probably one of the most talented quarterbacks I'm ever gonna see. It's gonna get pretty annoying though. Like once he becomes.
If he gets to like 4.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, I'll better
Brady.
him than Burrow getting a 4. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Burrow just has like such a punchable face.
I like Burrow. If he wasn't in our division, I'd like him a lot more.
Yeah, but for now, fuck Burrow. I think the Eagles take it. I think Mahomes looked pretty bad. Not bad. His leg looked pretty bad. Yeah, like he was limping around. He looked like he was definitely in pain, dude. And the Eagles their line is crazy good.
That's win the game right there.
Their line is crazy good. Jalen Hurts has a beautiful deep ball, and he can get out of the pocket, and he's mobile. So, and they have 2 really good wide receivers in Smith and fucking Brown.
That O line is incredible
They
too.
have the best O line in the league. Like they have a great running back in Miles Sanders. Like they're fucking stacked, dude. The Eagles. I think everyone's saying that the Eagles haven't played anybody and they've had an easy fucking road, but it's like, dude, like they've even if they haven't played anyone, they curb stomped everybody. Like
And
it's not
they
like
had two playoff teams in their division too.
yeah, it's not like it's not like they didn't look dominant. Like everyone they were supposed to beat, they beat and they beat them bad.
Right.
I think I'm gonna go the other way. I'm gonna say 32-27 Chiefs.
See,
Smashing
yeah. I
over.
mean, I that's something I could see happening too. With Mahomes just fucking deciding to just go sling it. You know what I mean?
Be Andy Reid masterclass. That's a thing. Yeah, this is gonna be a good fucking Super Bowl. It's gonna be really good.
It's gonna be really watchable for me.
Yeah, because I don't give a shit.
You got no Brady in there. You don't have a division rival in there. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, man.
I'm not gonna be mad if either team wins.
Right.
I don't know. I think Hurts is gonna have to make a throw, and I don't know if he could do it.
Yeah, his deep balls kind of look like shit this week. Like it looks like his shoulder was still hurting him.
Oh, that's another thing too. Both quarterbacks are coming off decent injuries. That'll be something to look for. But overall, I think the Eagles just have a better roster. I'm hoping for a good game though. More importantly,
yeah,
it'll suck if something happens like the fucking Niners, and then all of a sudden you're watching bullshit again.
dude, the Eagles crazy fucking team. Like
Yeah.
5 years ago, they won the Super Bowl. And then they got rid of everybody. They retooled, drafted, and then here they are again with the fucking
New coach, new QB.
yeah.
Yeah, it gets me excited and hopeful for what Andy Weidl could bring this offseason. Hopefully he has his fingerprints all over our moves. Khan looks like he's willing to take risks.
It's like the most aggressive front office in the league, the Eagles.
Yeah, and we got a bit of that. Shout out to Brandon Hunt. He got fucking fired from us or whatever. He lost a job here and then he went over there. He's gonna get a ring. Javon Hargrave.
Did he do anything though?
What happened? Brandon Hunt. He was like the main scout, bud.
No, but like, has he done anything for the Eagles? Like,
Honestly, yeah, he came in the middle of the last offseason, but he's still getting a fucking ring. Juju, congrats to Juju. Congrats to Juju as well. I mean, people don't like him. I'm in the middle. I'm always rooting for him. USC guy, Southern California guy. He was nothing but class. Besides the fucking Corvette. All right, guys. Is that it?
All right then.
All right, then. All right, para la próxima. Later, guys. Peace out.